So today I'm dealing with a little situation. My computer keeps freezing on me, and every time I'm trying to start this project that I'm trying to work on, which is a pretty big project, it freezes up and I have to spend 15 minutes rebooting it. And so I decided to take the time while it's rebooting this time to talk to all of you and do my daily vlog. Things like this happen a lot on days when I have a huge list of things I need to do. So today I have like 5 different things I need to do for Warrior Soul. I have some tax things I have to do to get ready for my accountant because we're going to have a meeting in a couple of weeks. And then I have some things I have to do for my girlfriend. She got a nick in her windshield, and so I have to go out and meet with the guy who's going to fix it, make sure that the job's done properly. And there's just a whole lot of things providing resistance to my plan for the day. And this is the thing that you're going to encounter over and over again as you try to advance yourself, as you try to do things that are going to better you. You are going to encounter what they call resistance. And Brian Rose, who is somebody I look up to very much from the London Real and London Real Academy. If you haven't checked out his show, you should check it out. He talks about this all the time. Whenever you're trying to do something, you're going to encounter resistance. So what do you do when you encounter resistance? What do you do when it seems like nothing's going right? You're trying to do something that's going to help you out, but things just aren't going your way. Well, one of the things we need to do if we're going to become successful is we need to get rid of poisonous mentalities. We need to get rid of those poisonous thoughts in our mind that begin to sabotage us. And one of those thoughts is the idea that the world is just against you. The world is happening to you. The reason why you were late for work was because you missed the bus. And the reason why you missed the bus was because the bus driver didn't wait for you while you're running up for the bus stop. Well, that's bullshit, my friend. The reason why the bus driver didn't wait for you was because you were late for the bus in the first place. And we all get taught that in the military. When I was in the Marine Corps, they used to say, if you were on time, you were late, and if you're 15 minutes early, you were on time. It involves taking responsibility for every single thing in your life that goes wrong. You get a flat tire, it's your fault. Why is it your fault? Well, maybe you didn't rotate your tires properly. Maybe you should have missed that nail on the road. Maybe you should be driving more carefully. Maybe you shouldn't be driving on the road you were driving on. There could be a bunch of different reasons. And you could sit there and say, you know what, that flat tire wasn't my fault, it's just my bad luck. But again, that's a poisonous mentality. Why? Because it takes the control of the situation out of your hands. And when you continually do that for every situation you encounter, you continually begin to shun responsibility for your own actions, and you continually begin to shun responsibility for your own life. The big problem with us as human beings, because whether we served in the military or not, we are human beings. The big problem with us is that we all think we're the center of our own movie. We all think that we are the stars in our own show. And the reality is, whether you're trying to do something good for yourself or not, whether you're in a bad situation or not, whether you have an emergency or not, the world does not revolve around you. We're just farts in the wind. The world doesn't care if you're having bad luck. The world doesn't care if you're trying to start a new project. It certainly doesn't care if you're late for school. And it definitely doesn't fucking care about your problems. But when you understand that, and it sounds harsh and it sounds depressing, but when you understand that, and you understand that the world doesn't revolve around you, you understand something else. The world doesn't revolve around me, and no one else on earth really cares about what I'm going through, then I need to start working. I need to be prepared. I need to do everything I can to become strong as possible to take care of every single situation that comes up in my life. And no, you're not going to be able to take care of every situation, but you could be prepared as hell for all of them, right? A lot of people think, oh, it's a tragedy. He had a heart attack. Well, if he started exercising 20 years ago and he started eating right, maybe he wouldn't have a heart attack. Same thing with any other health problem. And yeah, there's people who have genetic problems and genetic dispositions. But take me with my fucking ulcerative colitis, right? I could blame that on my genetics. I could say, you know what? My genetics are causing me to fucking bleed and friggin' shit 30 times a day. My genetics are making my life miserable. Or I could say, you know what? If I made some dietary changes, if I tried to manage my stress better, if I stopped putting myself in situations where eating improperly, then maybe my ulcerative colitis would be better. Maybe I'd be able to manage my symptoms a lot better, right? And when you have a mentality like that, there's no problem that comes up in this world that is going to completely end your quest for success. Of course, there's going to be problems you can't solve on your own. And of course, there's going to be problems that really put you at a halt for the time being. But if you have that mentality, eventually you'll be able to overcome anything. And for the problems that you can't overcome, for the problems that just happen, you're going to be able to say to yourself, you know what? That's there, but I'm on a mission and I'm moving forward. And I'll move past whatever went wrong. I'll move past that breakup. I'll move past that divorce. I'll move past that bankruptcy. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing toward what I want. And I'm going to do everything to prepare to get there, to work to get there, because I know that the world doesn't revolve around me. And I know that the world isn't going to make it easier for me. So I'm going to keep working. I hope you guys got something out of this. I love you all. Hit me up anytime at info@warriorsoulapparel.com or on the live chat on the Warrior Soul site at www.warriorsoulfitness.com. Peace out.